Get in position. Me, me, me. That's better. Woo! All right, here we go. So, yeah. Hey, everybody. You're watching the Swarmcast podcast. Toast is here. Hey, in case you didn't know that, that's me, which, I'm your new favorite bestie. You just don't know it yet. And I've got a special guest here. I've got, you have to help me because pronunciation is kind of hard because I have no tongue. So this is Jordan, and how do you pronounce your last name?
Last name is Plosky.
Plosky.
There you
Okay,
go. Well
kind of,
done, Toast.
yeah. It's kind of like Klursky, but different. How's that for a
Yes,
weird segue? How's that for a weird segue? So,
it worked.
so Jordan here is with a company called ZOOP. So of course I had to have them on because ZOOP is just a fun word to say. So Jordan, what is before we get into the true meat and potatoes, as it were, what is ZOOP and what is your role in ZOOP?
Sure. Well, first, Toast, it is a pleasure to talk to you. And yeah, let me tell you about Zoop. Zoop started about 5 years ago as a full service crowdfunding platform. So
Oh,
most people watching this, I'm assuming, are probably going to be a little familiar with Kickstarter.
yeah.
So we are a platform like Kickstarter, but our big difference between us and them is that we have more of a focus on comic books and graphic novels, and we're full service, meaning we handle fulfillment. We have a bunch of printers for not only the books, the comics and the graphic novels, but also, art prints, pins, stickers, t-shirts, whatever, the people that we're working with want to put out as part of their crowdfunding campaign. We can handle all of that for them in term and as well as campaign management and marketing. Because if you've ever run a crowdfunding campaign, you know that it's a lot of work in addition to creating your actual product. So we're sort of like a built-in turnkey team for people so they don't have to go it alone.
That's really cool. I like that.
Thank you. And then the reason that we got in touch today, Toast, is
Yeah.
because since we realized we had all of these tools at our disposal, and one of our team members also actually happens to design games. We figured, well, we have the manufacturers in place, we have the fulfillment in place, we know how to run these campaigns. Why don't we make our own campaigns? And we're focusing on the games category. So, um, what we're going to be talking about today is our Care Bears deck building game called Unlock the Magic that is live on Kickstarter right now.
Very cool. I'm super excited about that. I saw the pictures. It looks really cool. As you can see, I'm kind of like a Care Bear,
Yeah,
but
kinda. Yeah, kinda. Sure. Yeah,
yeah.
Toast.
So tell us about this Care Bears deck builder game. So it's called what? Unlock the Magic, right?
Yeah, so, if people are a fan of Care Bears, they know that there's a few different generations of different styles of Care Bears. You have your classic Care Bears from the 80s. Unlock the Magic is another animated series that I think is on Netflix right now, from the
Mm-hmm.
2010s or 2020s, something like that, called Unlock the Magic. And that's the generation that we're working with this game. So this is an officially licensed game
Oh, cool.
from the parent company called Cloudco. They've owned Care Bears for since its inception. We're partnered with another company called Naftos. Naftos is actually the licensee, and we're helping with the game design and the campaign management for this. So a lot of hands in this pot, but hey, it's Care Bears. We all love Care Bears, and yeah, this is actually there's been card games before, there's been Care Bears games before, but this is the first ever deck building game for Care Bears.
Oh, very cool. So, what type of age range are you looking for to play this game?
Sure, and that's a great question, Toast, right? Because people are looking at Care Bears thinking, well, is this a kids game?
Right.
Uh, Really, we're targeting adult gamers, who happen to maybe be a little bit nostalgic for Care Bears and fans possibly even collectors. Now, that being said, the game is built so that you need to be strategic enough and use critical thinking in order to, actually play and win. But it is a family friendly game. We kind of say that this is an ages 8 and up type of game. So it's a great introductory game for kids who have maybe never played a deck builder before. For those parents who want to get their kids into their hobby as well. Um, it's not something that I think a kid could play on their own for the first time, but if they play with their parents a couple of times, they'll pick it up and be able to sort of play. Um, but yeah, it's good for players of all ages and all different levels, right? I mean, you have your master players and then you have your newbies. So anywhere in between, this is a great game for anybody who enjoys Care Bears, tabletop games, deck building games.
Very cool. So, what type of, what type of deck building aspects are you looking at with this game? If you can give us a
Sure.
brief breakdown of like what am I doing in this game? How are we kind of playing it?
Yeah, let me see. This is sort of a this is one of our this is a prototype, so the quality will be a little bit different, when we have the official product out. But this is our playmat here. I don't know how well you could see it on the. I'm trying to center it totally, but you could see on the top half, that purple section. That's our adventure track, and that bottom section with the Care Bears and the rainbow. We call that the Hero Marketplace, the Care Bears Hero Marketplace.
Okay.
So you know the, you're always going to lay out your your cards on the bottom in the Hero Marketplace. Those are the cards that you could add to your deck, and then of course all the action happens on top in the adventure track, where you sort of have to. You're going to be saving creatures called Whiffles. That's part of the Unlock the Magic um, Care Bears generation. You're saving Whiffles. You're dealing with a bad guy. And every time you kind of overcome one of those obstacles, you remove one of their cards from the adventure track. And every time one of the bad crowd's cards makes it to the end of the adventure track, then this is our carrying meter. It's basically your health tracker.
Oh,
And you're going to start at green. And if you and if you have a token, yeah, let me see here if I could try to illustrate all of this. You have your health tracker.
mm-hmm.
This is a tiny little red heart token, and it's going to start on green. But every time one of the bad crowd reaches the end of the adventure track, you move your health tracker around the carrying meter. And if you go around and you make it back to green, that means that you lost and the bad crowd won. Which can happen. Like I said, this isn't necessarily a beginner game where you're going to win every single time. You're going to have to use critical thinking and figure out, all right, well, here I'm going to show you some of our hero cards as well.
Yeah.
These are some of the Care Bears cards. They're in sleeves, so sorry if they're a little shiny. But you can see those stars on the top, and then those hearts on sort of the bottom. So those stars on top, those are essentially your draft energy, right? Like those are the energy that allow you to draw more cards from the Hero
Yeah.
Marketplace,
Yeah. Yeah.
and those heart numbers right
Oh,
there. That's that's going to allow you to take action against Bluster and his bad crowd in the adventure track and take some of those cards off the game mat. Now, we call those wish energy and care energy, right? I mean, this is the Care Bears after all, so we're not going to call it draft and attack energy, which might be something, that uh, those are that's sort of like the nomenclature for most of these types of games.
right.
But
Right.
yeah,
Right.
um, but very very similar to games like Star Realms or
Ooh.
Marvel, the Legendary franchise and things like that. If you're familiar with deck building,
Yeah.
it's probably not going to be too difficult to pick this up.
Oh, that's very cool. I know that the other guy who works on the show, John, he likes the Transformers one, deck builder that's
Oh
out
yeah,
now, and the GI Joe one. And he was
are those the Legendary ones as well?
no, actually, those they're their own thing. They come from
Ah,
Renegade Games. Um,
gotcha.
but you know. They're both very different, and I know for a lot of people that's kind of what they want. They don't want just the same. They want a deck builder that's got deck building mechanics, but has its own vibe, has its own spin, and maybe a few extra little twists and an extra what's in it. And this one looks
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely, and I think that that's that s says very well what we're doing. We have deck building mechanics with our own twist. I think with the caring and the sharing and the compassion and the wishing and the working together, this is a cooperative deck building game. So you're not playing against other players. You're playing together collectively. Um, you can play solo as well, which I know a lot of people have been very glad to hear, just because not everybody has, a buddy or two to play a game with
Yeah,
whenever they want.
yeah,
So with all of that, and then yeah, there's I think we have a lot in this game that makes it very specifically Care Bears. So, to your point, I think, like you said, it's got the mechanics that you're probably pretty used to, but it's going to stand out as something different just because it's very Care Bears.
that sounds awesome. I like the sound of this already. So, looking at the Kickstarter, I see there's so tell me what other aside from the base game, what other things can people look forward to with this game to enhance it? Cuz every game's got like expansions and stuff like that these days it seems.
And we do. The expansions are a part of this crowdfunding campaign. So to your point, yes, we have the core game. It is completely contained. If that's all that you want, you won't be missing anything by not picking up, booster packs and expansion packs and things like that. So the core game is fully contained, plenty of fun for a family to sit down and have game night, you know everything like that. But if you are looking for more than just that, and we know that there's collectors and gamers out there that want every mechanical card available. So
Yeah.
let's talk about the expansion packs first.
Yeah.
um I'm going to start by just kind of showing our starter cards here real quick. So these are the four main characters in the core game. You have Share Bear, Cheer Bear, Good Luck Bear, and Funshine Bear. Now, the expansion packs, we have Grumpy Bear, Tenderheart Bear, Wish Bear, and I believe it's Bedtime Bear. And what's cool about those are 24 card expansion packs that you could add into the deck. But now, as part of our next stretch goal, so we're at about $52,000 on the campaign right now. At $55,000, those 24 card expansion packs get turned into 32 card expansion packs with starter cards included, which means that you could not only just play as those characters, you could add more players to your game. So right now, the core game, you could play anywhere from 1 to 4 players, but those expansion packs with the new starter cards allow us to add up to 2 more players for a total of 6 players, instead of just 4 players. So a lot of value added in that next stretch goal, and I'm looking forward to reaching that. So people can play as Grumpy or Wish Bear or Tenderheart or Bedtime Bear if they so choose as well.
Heck yeah. I'm all about Grumpy. So, right.
Look, there's a bundle where you can get all 4 expansion packs, or you could just choose any one that you want. Um, and that stretch goal is going to apply to all of them. So that's all good.
Okay. So, are there any other enhanced components that people might be able to get from the Kickstarter? Or
Yeah, so absolutely. And by the way, I should mention that those expansion packs are all Kickstarter exclusive. So
oh,
if and when this goes to retail, those expansion packs with those particular cards are not going to be a part of this. So those are Kickstarter exclusive. We have a number of different Kickstarter exclusive neoprene playmats,
oh,
because you're going to have a folded uh, paper playmat that comes with the core game. So if you want to upgrade to a neoprene playmat, um, we do have this design as a neoprene playmat, and then we currently also have Good Luck Bear, um, Funshine Bear, and I believe Cheer Bear with more to be unlocked. Those are all Kickstarter exclusive as well, and we do have booster packs too. And let me explain a little bit about the booster packs.
yeah, I saw that. I was wondering what the booster packs were for.
Yeah, well, look, when you're running a campaign like this, you kind of want to appeal to as many people as possible. So while you have a fully contained deck building game, we're also adding some TCG elements into it as well, some trading card game elements too. So these booster packs have alternate art. You're not
Oh,
getting any new mechanical cards in these booster packs, but if you're a collector, if you're a Care Bears fan, if you like, breaking packs, breaking boxes, we do have boxes as well. Um, these are going to be, different rarities of cards. So let's say you have, um, let's see here. I'm just going to kind of show the difference here between these two, right? So the purple bear, cheer bear, I think cheer or share. I get the two of them confused all the time, but that's a plain blue background. That's your common card.
hmm,
Now you have good luck bear here with a much different background. That's going to be an uncommon card or a rare card or an ultra rare card. And then the more rare we get, now we have some foil cards. So, and I know that a lot of people like those foil cards, those how collectible those are. And
yeah.
again, these are all Kickstarter exclusive. So all the booster packs, all the booster boxes of these chase cards, these collectible cards, whatever you want to call them, um, Kickstarter exclusive for the collectors, for the chasers. Again, if you're just a gamer and a deck building fan, you don't have to go and get all of those cards to play the game. But if you're into that and you love, the chase and collecting, by all means, go for the booster packs and the booster boxes as well.
I like that a lot. That's really, really
Cool.
cool. That's
And I
awesome.
do want to share one other thing that we have that I don't see on a lot of other campaigns. Um, but we have an uncut sheet of cards. So
Huh.
this is 9 cards by 6 cards. I believe it's a total of 54 cards, an uncut sheet of foil cards, which to me is kind of like the ultimate collectible because even if you buy tons of packs, there's going to be other people with packs of cards. But when it comes to this uncut sheet, you're talking about a handful of people who are going to have this really rare collectible. So it is priced as something that is rare, but it's something super fun. Hopefully that people want to pick up, maybe frame, mount on their wall. But it's something that we think is a really cool offering. Hey, I see Toast, I see you have some framed, things up on your walls, and maybe you'll want
Yeah.
some Care Bears cards and uncut.
Maybe that could go really good over there with all my other toys and stuff. That sounds
Yes.
awesome. This is cool. I like this. I like everything you're doing here with this because you're making it like you said. You're appealing to the collectors. You're appealing to those who have that nostalgia for the Care Bears, and you're appealing to the gamers who might not necessarily want to have to chase down the super rare card that they can play. Um, with the,
Yeah, that
I mean, you still can. You could still do it.
Yeah, look, we try, we know that we can't please everybody, but we're trying, and we also have, binders and card sleeves as well with, Care
Oh,
Bears designs on them. So,
you had me at
yeah.
card sleeves there.
But yeah, so card sleeves, we have 2 different kinds. We have for your Care Bears hero cards and then the adventure deck cards. So 2 different card sleeves for the different types of cards that you have in the game.
That's very cool. So I gotta ask the burning question:
Sure.
Are there so where are the Care Bear cousins?
You know what's really interesting, right? So this is a licensed property,
Hmm.
and what I could really say is we would just have to work within um, the license and the parameters that the licensor kind of gives for a product like this. So we're working with this particular generation. There are other generations. There are other. I don't know if like format is the right word, but there's different types of Care Bears. So this one is specifically unlock the magic. But we do get questions all the time like, where are the cousins? Where's the classic Care Bears? And the best thing I could say is the more successful that this one is, maybe we do this again, with the cousins or with the OG Care Bear
Ooh,
style art. So if you want to see that in the future, support this campaign because that's the best bet of making that happen.
yeah. So all of these, all of those of you watching or listening or whatever, um, let's make the Care Bear cousins happen. back this thing now. Ah,
Yeah, Toast is, like you said earlier, he's kind of like a Care Bear, but I think he's closer to a Care Bear cousin.
right. I'm like a twice removed Care Bear cousin, as it were. Very, very distant cousin.
Yeah, very
Yes.
Toasthausen.
Well, this is very cool. So, how long do folks have to back this Kickstarter?
I I don't know when is this going to come out, Toast?
Um, that's a very good question. Let's see.
As of
Mm,
this recording, we have 3 weeks left. So we end on
okay.
September 5th. We end on Friday, September 5th, hoping that anybody who might have missed out up until that date, hopefully that day is your payday, and then you come back and say, "Hey, I need some Care Bears before this thing ends."
Yeah. Yeah, this will definitely come out well before then. So, no
Okay.
worries there.
So whenever it comes out, you have until September 5th.
Yeah. So I'm obviously gonna put a link to the Kickstarter so people can
Thank you.
follow it. But if you wanna, well, I mean, they just if you
It's
go
it's
on to Kickstarter and look for Care Bears, it should come right up.
Yeah, or if you just Google Care Bears Kickstarter. I mean, the actual link itself is too long to really
Oh yeah,
um, say
nobody.
it out here, but yeah,
Right.
Care Bears Kickstarter. It'll be the first thing that pops up. So
Very cool. Well, Jordan, I gotta go run very soon here because I gotta go back a
yeah,
Kickstarter about Care Bears or something.
your cousins, your long lost cousins,
Right,
Toast.
right.
Support them.
So again, I've been talking with Jordan
Plosky.
Plosky. I knew there was an
Yeah.
L in there. I just didn't know where to put the L. Plosky. And he's with Zoop. And go and check out Zoop, first of all. Lots of neat stuff there. And go check out the Care Bears Kickstarter right now. Uh, any last words before we end this?
Um, like we were saying before, Zoop is another crowdfunding platform. We have live campaigns that are going on there right now. The website there is zoop.gg. If you want to email us anywhere, it's hello@wearezoop.com. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter @wearezoop. So find us, say hello, um, and please support the campaign. We'd love your support.
Yeah. All right, guys. Go out there and back this thing. Bye.
Bye, Toast.
Bye. Well, That's his hair, don't you know, yeah. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. That's the end of the Swancast show. If you like it, you know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, and that bell too. Ha ha, yeah. That's what to do. Check us out on the Blue Sky. Yeah, and the Facebook too. Ha ha. Yeah. Just rocking out with you. Yeah. What the? Oh. I guess that's it now. Mwah.